behind it. You know? Thanks, Drew. So it's on automatic record. So make sure you guys do your recordings. I think you can make them automatic, right? So try to make your recordings automatic on everything, because you never know. You might want to go back and review and use it as a coaching point or something to even show somebody else. Maybe you did a great job and you could use it to show somebody else and coach your team up on. So anyways, that was, just my tidbit on one teeny little piece of something that happened early in my career that really opened my eyes up to the urgency that we must have, in everything that we do, really. But in our business, like, some people do urgency. Like, if you ever go shopping and you're looking at something, and then the salesman comes over and he's like, "That's last day, it's on sale today." Any ever happened to you? And I'm like, is this true? Or is he just saying this to try and get me to buy it, to add urgency? And there's so many sales techniques that are out there, and all these tactics, right? And all these tricks that other companies use to try and sell and add urgency in all different ways to try and get you to buy their product. We don't have to sell anything. Our product literally sells itself. We don't have to add any urgency, because if you truly understand it, and the client truly understands it, the urgency is already there. And it's crazy to say, but there's nothing like what we just have been through. There's only one time on planet Earth that there's going to be a COVID-19. Only one time ever, right? Only one time. And we just so happen to be in the industry where we didn't even need the COVID-19. We already had urgency. The stuff already sold itself. But then you add a COVID-19 on top of that, and it's the writings, people are seeing it. And statistically, people are applying for life insurance at a 50% more rate than normal. So talk about being at the right place, at the right time, guys. So anyways, know where you're at going into halftime. Know where you're at going into halftime. Okay, use referrals to get yourself on base more, right? If you're not getting on base enough, it's because you're not getting up at bat enough. You're not getting up at bat enough. That's what happens. And if you're not getting good fast enough, you're not getting it back. I used to play baseball, and we would have baseball practice, and the coach would only let me bat up one time during the whole practice. I'm thinking, how am I going to ever get good at batting? So you know what I had to do? I had to go after practice and go into the batting cages and get my dad or some other players, and I had to go get extra what? At bats, not from the coach giving them to me. I had to go what? Get them on my own. I had to get them on my own. That's how I got better at batting, not from just going to practice. If you just go to practice and everybody gets 10 foul shots at the foul line, how well are you going to get? You're going to have to go after practice with your dad or with your coach, with your co-players, with your teammates, and get extra shots. That's the only way you're going to get good at it, right? But the cool thing here, when you get the referrals, okay, the referrals are getting you more at-bats, which is getting you on base more. And they're not just practice, they're also playing at the same time, So it's more game activity. So use the referrals to get yourself the more at-bats, and you're going to get more activity, and the more times you get at bat, the more you're going to get on base. It only makes sense. Just only makes sense. So take the numbers, take the emotion out and put the numbers in it. A lot of times we're just don't even look at the numbers and just go straight to how we feel, right? So use the numbers. They say you want to manage the data, lead your emotions. Manage the data, lead your emotions. Lead your emotions. Don't let your emotions lead you. So there's emotional competency. And basically, it just says this. So there's like three things that happen. First, there's a stimuli. Everybody knows the stimuli, right? That's like the thing that comes in. It's raining. It's hot. It's cold. This guy cut me off. Someone flicked me off. I got hung up on. Someone called me to wish me happy birthday, right? And it's not even my birthday. Don't matter. There's a stimuli. Something happened, right? You got a birthday card. Someone gave you a hug, whatever it is. The stimuli comes in. Then what usually happens is we have an emotion. It makes you feel a certain way. When it's raining out, how do you feel? When it's sunny out, how do you feel? Certain song comes on, stimuli, immediately puts an emotion right into you, right? Someone looks at you the wrong way. There's a stimuli, puts an emotion, right? So the emotion happens, and then what happens after that? We react. And that's the normal thing that most human beings go through on a daily basis, is very reactive. Reactive. Something happens, makes me feel a certain way, I react this, then I react this. I need to smoke a cigarette, I need to have a beer, I need to do this, and it's all emotion, 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 you know? So what they say, if you have emotional competency, all that says is this: I know that this is happening, I understand this is happening, and you know what? I'm in control. I'm not going to run around and be a responsive person and be reactive my whole entire day, my whole entire week, my whole entire month, my whole entire year, my life. Right? I'm not going to be a reactive person. I'm going to be a proactive person. And proactive is just knowing that this is happening. It's kind of like you're like kind of almost pulled back a little bit, and you're like, look at all, I can see everybody reacting. Look at this reaction, reaction, reaction. You know, let me be more proactive. No, it's happening to me right now. Like, oh, almost caught me. I almost got mad. You know, put a little bit in there where you go like this: thought and logic. So something happens, and then you actually just put thought, logic into it, maybe even some data, some numbers, whatever, before we react. And then we're proactive, and then we actually get to choose our response. You could choose however you respond, which is pretty cool, you know? So a lot of that comes down from using the numbers. Put the pressure on the system, guys. Whatever you're trying to do in the back half of this month, put the pressure on the system. Ask your coach. They've already been there. And use the scripts. Use the scripts. Use the information that was here. We shouldn't be making phone calls and not have the script and the rebuttals in front of us, because I'm telling you, even if I had to make phone calls today, I would have them in front of me. Promise you, just to make sure I had them there for safe reasons. So this second half, guys, we're going to go into the second half of 2021. We got 2 weeks to do it. We're going to go into the second half of 2021. And what we do in these next 6 months can be absolutely monumental for you and your family. I can't tell you what 3 months in this business can do, let alone 6 months in this business. I mean, right now, everybody has laid a foundation for themselves in order to use the second half of this year as a jump off to sow the seeds this year, basically, because 2022 is going to be the biggest year of your life. The biggest year of your family's life is going to be in 2022. So everybody's going to get excited in 2022 about the reaping, but not many people get too excited about the sowing part. I want to encourage us to get excited about the sowing right now. The guy that hangs up on you, that's okay. Bad day, the bad sit down, whatever happens. Get excited about the sowing now, because the reaping is going to come for sure, right? So 2022 is going to be all set up, and all 22 is going to do is just get us on setup so we can cruise into 2025. Think about where you're going to be in 2025 at the pace that we're moving right now, at the rate that some of us are moving. It's like hopping in a DeLorean. You guys are just hopping in the time machine, and you're going to be in 3 years where it would take literally people 30 years to be in a career. That's what I'm talking about. And that's only 2025. We set out to make 2020 to 2030 the biggest decade ever. These next 10 years are set out to be the biggest decade of wealth generation for your entire family's history since we've been on this earth. Is going to be you are going to be the person who's going to set that off, right? So that's what we have in our hands right now. So please don't be driving this around. And pardon me, I don't know cars very well, but if it's a small little Mazda Miata, they don't, or don't drive this vehicle that you have here that can drive you and your family to your dreams. Don't be driving around like it's a station wagon from the, what's that movie? National Lampoons. Everybody see the National Lampoons? Faith, you ever see Vegas Vacation? No? Okay, they drive around this beat up old, station wagon. Don't drive this around like that. This is a top-notch premium exotic sports car that can get you there quicker, faster, than any other vehicle out there, right? So with that being said, we have a couple things to recognize here, and we have some Google reviews, and we'll go into our top people for the month. Okay, so first of all, we had a 1-year anniversary. Last year in June, Austin started with our agency. You believe it, been a whole year. And she started in June of last year. And I always tell everybody this, within her first year, started in June, she wrote over $100,000 in business. So if you're starting now in June, and you want to know how to at least do $100,000 from now till the end of the year, this will be a good person to talk to. So that was only 6 months. And then in the last 6 months, she's really turned it up into leadership and management, and she's been growing her team. And what's impressive is that she is doing it from her home. So she has a home office, and from her house, she wrote $100,000 from her house in Pittsburgh. And then she's recruiting, training, developing a team from all over the country right now, all from her home. And she is a mother raising 2 children like a champion. And I can't tell you, never makes an excuse. So I think that's probably one of the biggest compliments is not only does she get great production, great results, but she does it with a smile on her face, never looks frustrated. You couldn't even tell, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. You wouldn't even know what's going on behind the scenes if you didn't know. But anyways, what a heck of a first year. And just think about the foundation that she laid for herself, all the knowledge, all the clients, all the experience that she has 1 year into the business. She's gonna be able to take that and really progress into next year. It's just amazing what we have for the future for Austin. But hey, 1 year for Austin, give it up for her. We'll send this to you in the mail. Great job. And if you don't know, you get a prize when you open this thing up. So there's all kind of cool prizes. You can get a watch, a fishing rod, I think, TVs. Gio got a stereo system the one time, I think. So you get all kind of cool stuff in there. Couple people this past week, I was talking to the managers this morning. They're like, a couple people stood out to us this past week. I think Sydney's her first week out there. She wrote over 3,000 and just went to bat. So great job, Sydney. Ryan's on vacation. I don't know if you saw Ryan on vacation making it happen. So I see you out there. He's just like, you know what? I'm going to go to Panera while the kids are sleeping. I'm going to go get you guys breakfast at Panera. He went to Panera, got the family some breakfast, and also did an appointment off their internet. So shout out to Ryan making it happen. Pat still leading from the front, man. Sorry we couldn't get you at the game, but Pat was crushing it this week. Some people that have some of their biggest weeks, though. I saw Alex. Alex had one of his biggest weeks this week. Congratulations, Alex. Austin was leading from the front, making it happen over the weekend, even on a Sunday. And her biggest week, just popping off all week long, was Shayla. Good job, Shayla. So those are some of the notables and some of the playmakers from last week for sure. Apologize if I missed some of you guys if I didn't get you on the list here. But let's go into our top Google reviews for the week. Do we have them up here? Yes, come on, Gio, come on up for our Google reviews, man. Let's break down. We have some good ones here. As always, let's keep them coming, guys. Everybody's getting a lot of them, so we have to every week kind of just break it down to like the top 5 or 6.
Yes, sir. All right. Over here. All right, you excited for Google reviews? Good afternoon. Let's get good afternoon. I love it. All right, cool. So, speaking of the individual that just got a shout out for working at Panera and making it happen, we have Herminia. Hopefully, I'm saying that right, Rodriguez. And looks like Ryan Wilson had a lot of patience with me. Okay. Patience is a virtue. So he guided me through everything, explained everything in such a manner that I could actually understand. I could not change Mr. Wilson. I would not change Mr. Wilson for any other representative. He assisted me during his vacation. Wait, this just happened. He assisted me on his vacation on a Sunday. Who does that? Question mark. He is a great person to work with. From a 1 to a 10, a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best. I rate Mr. Wilson. She put Mrs. Wilson as a 10. Let's go. Great. Proud of you, bro. That was great. That was awesome. All right. We had Diamond Carter. Looks like this individual was very professional, explained everything in detail, and was very excellent customer service with 2 explanation points. We had Omar. Give it up for Omar. All right. I don't know how this name got all messed up, but we had Madeline Sanchez. Sanchez is it. So I don't know how that happened. She got 5 first names. I'm just kidding. Was very informative, explained everything thorough. It's supposed to be, I think. It says through. If this is incorrect, it's not me, I promise. I'm not illiterate. I don't think I am. But had great plans, but they were not for me. Very friendly. Okay, it sounds like great plans, but it just wasn't for them. This person is anonymous. We don't have a name, so let's give it up for anonymous. All right. We had Josh Urenko and George, are 2 great representatives. All right. They're quite knowledgeable about the product. They were patient and kind and took their time to explain and answer all of my questions and concerns. I'm confident that I made the right choice. And because of their expertise, I made a decision. Thank you, guys. Let's go. Josh and George. All right. Last couple. We'll give it up to maybe 2 more. We had Stephen Shealy. All right. We had Malik Watts. Stephen Shealy was a great individual. Never talked to anybody about life insurance, but I would definitely recommend talking with him about any life insurance policy. Let's go. All right. We'll do one more. We had, it looks like, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. It looks like Makabayi. Does that sound familiar, Christina? You know how to say that? Okay, Beatrice McAfee. All right, Beatrice. Christina Andy did a great job taking all of her evening, even missing dinner, explaining everything in detail for me. And thank you for your time. It was well worth it, Beatrice. Good job, Christina. All right, awesome. That concludes our Google reviews. Let's give it up for everybody that got Google reviews. All right, let's go. Like the music.
Okay, Josh. ALP, what's ALP mean?
Always leave positive.
Hey, always leave positive. ALP, always leave positive. So I always say, I might not be able to enroll or protect or sell every person that I meet with. So I might not bat, baseball bat. I not bat 1,000 in sales, but I could pretty much bat 1,000 in ALP. Like I can bat 1,000 in leaving every appointment positive. My goal would be, I'm not going to be able to protect everybody, but I can make every household better off than when I got there, some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just lady had a bad day, and as far as I can get, I tried my hardest. I came out of there scratched, bruised, exhausted, and all I got her to do was just crack a smile. Hey, that was a victory from when we came in, and you know what I'm saying? You can't protect everybody, but you could always leave positive there. So I saw some of us even got reviews from people that didn't enroll, right? So that's smart, really smart. And just remember, in baseball, if you're batting 1 out of 3, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame, right? So you bat 1 out of 3 here, you're just average, So with that being said, we're going to go into, we have today our top performers for the month of May. So, wow. So every single month, we like to recognize our top performers and get to have them speak. I think it's just nice to hear from, someone that went above and beyond and put themselves at the top of there had to be something that they're doing, thinking, working on, and there's got to be something that we could all learn from it as well, even if it's just hearing them speak and seeing them and putting a face with the name. So I want to be able to introduce everybody, our top performers for the month of May here. We're going to start with our agent. And this individual was the top agent for the first quarter of the year and went right into the second quarter on an absolute tear. Did over 24,000 for the month of May, and is not happy, is not satisfied at all. If you met this individual, you would think that she wrote $0 in business for the month. Like her goals are so big, and it inspires me and makes me want to be a better leader. And it makes me want to even think big, and makes me want to encourage other people to just think big. So from when she started in the business, she didn't even have an insurance license, obviously, like most of us. And from then until now, the growth that we've seen from Ashley has been absolutely amazing, from every different aspect, from personal to business. And she's done so much to lead the agency. We just can't be more proud and appreciative and excited for you, for number one, being the top agent for May, but leading the way. You're number one for the year in the agency. And I know that when she talks about June and July and all the other months that she has in store, I know the best is yet to come from Ashley, guys. So let's welcome our number one performer for the month of May, Ashley Miza. There we go. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I don't know, you want to hold it or clip it? Got a nice thing to clip it on. There you go.
Just clip it. Can you guys hear me? Is it loud enough? Working? Okay, cool. All right. Well, guys, thanks everybody. I definitely can't take credit for where I'm at today. It's definitely because Tommy's laid the foundation, and obviously all the leadership that's come before me and helped me get to where I'm at. I definitely didn't do it alone. Gio, Vince, Casey, and I mean, all the other leaders in this deal as well. I mean, Austin just started working with her. I mean, Melissa, we got Matt Hunsberger, Reich. I mean, I've learned so much, I feel like, from everybody, and I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at without you guys. So I definitely appreciate that a ton. 3 quick things, guys, that I just want to share with you guys just to help move you guys forward, hopefully add a little bit of value, because everybody in this agency is definitely capable of more. We definitely need more people out there writing 20K a month. None of you guys are living up to your potential. I mean, I'm not living up to my potential. So just 3 quick things that has kind of helped me get to where I'm at, helped me kind of go from not writing anything to where I'm at today. The first is, I think it's important to have a growth mindset. So with that being said, guys, it's very, very important in this deal to be positive and be optimistic, but also, guys, be realistic with where you're at. If you think you're perfect, if you think there's no room for growth, then your mentality is a little bit off. I mean, everybody, even me, people that are outriding me, there's room for growth. There's something that I'm not doing right. There's someone that I can learn from. So I think that's extremely, extremely important. And guys, remember, I mean, there's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about anyone from any other agency that's done things greater than me. If somebody else has done something, there's no reason that you can't do it too. You might not be at the capacity where you can do it right now, but there's no reason why you can't learn how to get there as well. So it starts with a growth mindset. Having the humility, having the vulnerability to admit, okay, I'm not where I'm at where I need to be, but it might not just be the situations around me. Maybe there's a little bit of change that needs to happen within myself. And I try to look at situations, and sometimes, I mean, I'm not having results because of situations that are outside of my control, but there's always something inside of my control that I can work on as well. So try to focus on the controllables and fixing those. Now, the next thing is just having the mentality, guys, add value to your clients throughout your presentations. I was actually talking to a friend the other day who works on referrals, and I was asking him a little bit of questions based off just how to like up my ante on that. And he's just like, well, your problem is you're just trying to sell them whole life. He's like, I add so much value to my clients that they want to give me referrals. And he's just like, when you add so much value to people, they're excited to give you their friends. They're excited to give you your families. And like, I try to keep that mentality. I have it written on a note card in front of my desk, but I know sometimes I can get off. I mean, when it's all about numbers, it's difficult to just focus on just like serving, not selling. But I know when your clients can feel the disposition of your heart, guys. They can read you. I mean, we're in a people business. I mean, when you're focused on selling, when I'm focused on selling, my sales go down, just like Tommy said. When I'm focused on adding as much value as I possibly can to the client, that's when the numbers come, they naturally come. So just listen to people, care about them. I mean, that's what Carmen Aurora says, and she's one of the top in the agency. She's doing like triple what I do. And she said, guys, I don't do anything special. I just listen to my clients and I care about them. So that's very, very, very important. They're not numbers, they're people. It's not about money. It's about doing what's in these people's best interest. And lastly, guys, it's just important in this deal to stay true to your values. So write down what's important to you and stay centered on that. I mean, that's the only way to stay motivated in this career. Sales is an emotional roller coaster. They're going to go up and down. And you're going to get really, really, really demotivated when those lows come if you're not grounded on your values. So stay focused on that. Keep the main thing, and remember what's important. Whether it's faith, whether it's family, remember why you started. And you've got to have a strong why, guys. And if you don't have one, I mean, that's okay. Pray about it. Take some time, do some reflective thinking. It'll come eventually. But those are 3 tips that I have for you guys.
Awesome job, Ashley. Great points. All right. All right. So our top supervisor, guys, our top supervisor for the month. This gentleman just got promoted recently. Probably what? How many months ago, Josh? 3. So 3 months ago, newly promoted, and in his 3rd month as a supervisor, he was able to string together a team, lead them from the front, and become the #1 supervisor in the agency. He moved from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. If this gives it away, you might know who it is. But he moved. He was working virtually from Johnstown, and he was like, you don't want to know what? I got an opportunity to come out to the Chi-Town. He jumped out here, and I mean, I don't know. He didn't have tons of money. He didn't come from a big background. He strung together the money, figured it out, put the work in, and just absolutely made it happen. #1, hit his numbers to get promoted, but also has been leading from the front and leading his team. I couldn't be more proud of you, man. Our #1 supervisor, Mr. Javon Braxton. Come on, man. Javon Braxton. There you go, bro. Thanks, man.
Sorry, virtual. I don't really know how to use this. But I'm gonna get it. There we go. All right. Thanks for playing that song, Josh. That was my song that was playing just now. But thanks, guys. This is definitely I'm really happy to have this right now. You know, obviously this isn't really, you know, an individual award. It's a team award, you know, so it took a team for this to be able to happen. And I'm really thankful to be able to have the leadership that I have within this agency. You know, from Tommy, you know, we got Josh, Drew, you know, you're always there when I need to make a phone call, 45-minute phone calls. I'm on the phone all the time with these guys talking about anything. I'll call Tommy. We'll talk for hours. So, you know, it's really good to have that foundation and be able to have this. You know, I went out to Johnstown actually this weekend, and I got to spend some time with family, and I like really got to reflect and like see like where I'm at now and like where I was, and just see like what everybody's doing. And it's just like really opens your mind and realize like this is an opportunity to really change everything for everybody. Like people will see you and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I see you're doing your thing. And like, they don't even really know what you're doing, but the fact that you're doing something and you're not where they're at, it like triggers something. So I also wanted to shout out to Omar, Sabrina, Vinny, Ryan, everybody that's getting started and that's building with the team, because, obviously it takes a village. So we're going to be making it happen, and, let's get it, man. Have a big why. That's the one thing I wanted to talk about. Ashley talked about it a little bit too, but like just didn't have anything ready for today. So like just from going out of town for a couple of days and being around my family, I was around my little sisters, haven't seen them in a while. My uncle, he just had his 60th birthday. Like he pretty much raised me growing up. So it was important to see him and spend time with the family and just remember why I'm going so hard, why I'm making the phone calls, why I'm okay with getting no showed and making calls for an hour or two. Like it's all part of the process. So, I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity to be able to talk on the stage, and obviously, thank you, Tommy, to, doing what you do to make us be able to get where we need to go and always motivating us no matter what. So let's get it, guys.
Turn it up. Go ahead. Anybody ever hear this song? What's the name of the song? Whiskey Flask? Okay, you guys can go on Spotify. You can go on iTunes, right? YouTube. Everybody go on there now and follow them and like it. No, you don't got to, but do it. You should. J Brax Whiskey Flask. Boom. All right, there we go, man. Got to give my man a shout out. You're number one essay. You get the plug, man. Okay. Now our top GA for the month. Top GA for the month. This individual was close, actually. I think when it came down to the top GA, you won't believe it. This is why it comes down to inches. 500 ALP separated number one and number two for the month, right? So number two for the month and number one, 500 ALP. But our top GA for the month, this individual, I kind of already gave you the spiel on her, okay? Because it was her 1 year anniversary. So our number one GA for the month is Austin Oaks, and our number two GA was Melissa. Melissa, 500 ALP was right there, but it was so close. But we have Austin pulling away for the number one GA, and if you guys have just seen her from being on all the Zoom calls, she's on every call. She's always leading from the front. I can tell you what, like no matter what, she's always going to be leading from the front. And as far as when you get into leadership, you got a lot more stuff that you get put on your plate. When you're an agent, you don't got to worry about much, just yourself. When you get in leadership, it's about you and others. But she was already a mother of two. So talk about raising kids. She was just raising kids in this business. And I'll tell you what, she's been handling it all, like I told you, like a champion, shrugging it all off. She's moving right now this week as we speak. So she's going through all the moving things, and she's not making any excuses at all. And she'll tell Gio and me, she's like, I'm still going to make it happen. Don't worry about that. And she's just the queen of never making excuses and always making it happen. So last month, in the month of May, it started to come through for her, and she made it happen and got her team to be the number one GA for the month, guys. So let's hear from it, and let's welcome her up to the stage. Miss Austin Oaks, number one GA. Proud of you.
Thanks, Tommy. Honestly, I mean, thank you. That shout out means the world. Honestly, it does. And before I get started, I always want to thank God, right? I want to thank you, Tommy, because without you, without your belief in me, moving forward, coming into this, you tried a couple times, right? And I'll always go back to that. And I wouldn't be here. So, thank you. Without your guidance, knowledge, Gio, I mean, the amount of time that you two put in and have poured into me, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't, no shot, be even close to where I'm at or where we're going without you guys. And that goes for Vince and Casey and everybody. So, obviously this isn't like a, honor that's about me, right? This is about the team. 100%. And I just feel really blessed to have, such great individuals that are part of our team and really in this agency, right? I mean, there's just I mean, everybody's just freaking awesome. And it's like a big family, right? You get excited to, be a part of it, and the culture. And when I'm, talking to individuals as far as interviews and stuff like that, you just get so excited, explaining that. But, just a couple things, like Tommy said, I am moving this week, so it is a little bit crazy, but I did, jot down a couple terms, a couple of things that just came to my mind whenever, they said that I have the opportunity to speak to you guys. And a couple words that I thought of was perspective, perseverance, adversity, and consistency. And I just want to give a shout out to the team real quick in regards to these words. Right. And we'll start with Ashley. Obviously, you guys heard from her, like a freaking awesome speech. I don't know how you top that, to be honest. But I mean, I've never honestly seen, I have a really good work ethic, no excuses always. I don't feel like excuses are going to get you to the results. And it's really just a waste of time. Right. We got to do what we got to do anyways. But talk about somebody with no excuses and a work ethic like I've never seen. Right. That girl's got freaking grit, and I get excited whenever I talk about it, because I've never seen anybody work like that ever in my life. So shout out to you, girl. I know you're going to hit every single goal that you have laid out for this month, next month, and the whole year. And I'm super pumped to be able to witness it. Ryan's like my right-hand man. No excuses. Talk about no excuses. He went and shut it down in Panera and wrote some big ALP. So super proud of him. And guys, if you don't know his background as far as, him starting, he got hit with a ton of adversity, even coming in to the company, and talk about no excuses. Zach just popped off a 1500 ALP this morning. So shout out to Zach. Let's go. Matt Wasson, I'll try to make this quick. Just the perspective with these guys, Jeremy and Dira, like that's what it's all about. I feel like if I could give like a quick little advice, as far as, hitting numbers, is just, we really focused this past month, and we're really focusing on mindset. Because I feel like if you don't have the right mindset, right, going into a sale, anything in this company, you're going to flop, right? You got to have the right mindset regardless. You got to have the right perspective. You got to be consistent. You can't grind out on a Monday and a Tuesday, give it all you got, and then get lax on Thursday and Friday, right? And then, you don't hit your goal for the week. So, just being consistency throughout the adversity, guys, because I feel like everybody on this call has some type of adversity or something that you're being hit with. And if you don't, hold on tight, because it's coming. I don't want to, be the bearer of bad news, but we all have some type of adversity, right? So you just kind of have to have the mindset to just be able to navigate that, make it happen regardless. So I'm super excited for what's to come. Super excited for the agency, because I know we got big goals and we're going to hit them, and we're going to hit every single one. So super pumped. Thank you for the opportunity to let me speak today, and let's get it.
All right. Congratulations, Austin. Great job to the team as well. And just speaking about adversity, we don't go through adversity. You grow through adversity, because what comes out on the other side is you grow, I could just tell you, when my son had open heart surgery, he was born into adversity, right? Well, guess what? He's the strongest kid out there. He's the strongest 4-year-old in his class for sure. I don't even know what the other kids did, but I know what my son has been through, and you ain't going to take him out. Not after what he's been through. You guys know what I mean? Our agency was born into adversity. Our first month, opened up in a pandemic, and we bruised through it. There's nothing that's going to take us out now, nothing, right? So, talk about a warrior, man. This is our general out in the field, leading us from the front, leading the charge. He's like Kurt Russell from the movie Gladiator. I mean, he is out there every single day. Oh, not Kurt Russell. What's the guy? Russell Crowe. See? All right. Watch the movie Gladiator. Russell Crowe. He kills it. That's Gio for us. Okay. This past week, it was even raining outside. He's running around in the rain, saving people's cars and everything. So you could catch him here rain, hail, sleet, or snow, like the mailman, he's always delivering. You can catch him here at the morning. He'll be here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He's here around the clock, and if he ain't here, he's one phone call away. Reliable, accessible, just the man. When you need something, call on Gio, and he'll be there for you. And since we started this agency, he has been ride or die, leading from the front, always making it happen, coachable as heck, respectable, everything you could pretty much ask for, to have as a leader, and just someone to work with in business, out of business, in life. He's a good life partner right there. Gio right here, man. He'll go to bat for you, and he's loyal as heck, man. So don't get much better than this, guys. We got Gio Vaca, #1 MGA for the month. Come on up, Gio.
My man. All right. Might be the first compliment I ever got that was, a mailman. Is that what you said? Yeah. He's the man. He's a mailman. No, I was kidding. All right. Hey, I just want to let you guys know it's an absolute, honor. It's a privilege to be able to achieve this award. And I'm truly humbled, to be up here and surrounded and in company by people like you guys that inspire me every single day and have helped me realize, the potential of our profession and how it truly makes a difference in helping people. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank God. I think and believe that if you have God-like dreams and God-like goals, it's a safe bet to have God in your corner. So I always say that, man. I'd like to thank Melissa, my girlfriend. They always say in business, because she supports me throughout, and she does a lot of the home life that we don't see every day. They always say in business, like you can have someone, your support system, right? You can have someone have your back or kind of like be on your back, right? So anytime you guys have a support system, you need to realize that they gotta have your back, right? Typically, when the home life isn't going so well, it spills over into the business life. So you have to make sure that's organized and that's taken care of before, we go in the business life. So thank you. Obviously we're grinding for our future. So that's huge. Thank you. Thank Tommy, man. Tommy's just a special individual. He really is. There's nobody like Tommy. Your guidance, your support, you're laying out the foundation, the blueprint, his mentoring, his coaching, in times when we really need it, his vision, and all we've been through together, man, and all we're going to go through, man. So thank you. I will never, ever take that for granted, ever. So I'm grateful forever for that. I'd like to thank the competition. We were able to promote Vince. Now he's in our category. We're all one big family. Like, I love and appreciate you guys. Like, I'll do anything for you guys. If it's a pump-up call, team huddle, stay with you till 1 in the morning, man, right? It doesn't matter who it is. You could be brand new. I'll spend the time with you guys, and I love to see you guys in our category. Thank you guys for the competition. And, Casey, we got Drew, right? And then we got Josh, So thank you guys for the competition. We've developed, we came from PA and to do big things here and make it happen. You guys are laughing because I shout out Josh. Lastly, the heartbeat of the family, the heartbeat of the team. We got the leaders. Honestly, if I shouted out everybody and told you the stories and the adversity that everybody's been through, I'd be on the stage, all day, and you guys be off at lunch. You know what I mean? So just to point out some of the leaders, some of the, the top of the top, you guys are just making it happen. We have Melissa, obviously we got Austin, Ashley, Christina, Marquise, and Ryan. You guys, just some words to describe you guys. I pointed out character, confidence, compassion, and consistency. Those were like the 4 words that I kind of thought about with you guys, because I feel like, your character is a lasting impression. Like, you guys don't realize it's not just an impression that you guys make on your people. You guys are making an impression on the whole entire agency with your leadership. Okay. The next thing was your confidence. The confidence that you guys, present. It allows me to have a lot of trust in your leadership, guys. Like, what you guys do, the confidence that you guys present, it just allows me to have a lot of confidence in you guys. You know what I mean? The next thing was consistency, which people mirror, and they remember and they continue. And like I said, not just for you guys, but for the agency and in their journeys to success. And the last thing I had mentioned was consistency. Like I said, I think I might have skipped one. I said consistency, confidence, compassion, you know. So thank you guys. You know, I can't thank you enough for sticking with me, even the times where I'm coaching your ass really hard. And obviously there's times you're probably not really happy with me, you know what I mean? Coaching you guys to where we need to be, but no pressure, no diamond, baby. So we got to make it happen. So thank you guys. I'll kind of end with a quote and then 2 tips that I've just been driving with the team all month. And obviously, you know, I'd like to share it with the agency. So here's the quote. Okay. Here's the quote. Men and women of real power and influence are few. Because few are prepared to make the sacrifice necessary to the acquirement of power, a few still are ready to patiently build up their character, right? Very few people have both power and influence over others without, I want you to really write this part down, without having a high level of success in their specific chosen field or area, right? Really write that down because these 2 next tips are going to apply. But what stands out amongst these people that are in influence is work, sacrifice, and the ability to withstand the process, right? So 2 tips I've just been driving all month, the team, is this, okay? The 2 tips are this, right? First thing is our big motto is we serve, we don't sell. That's very true, okay? We serve, we don't sell. But the reality of what it is if we master the sales process, we're going to be able to serve a lot more, okay? It's not just about being a good person. That's important and we need that. But you have to have the mastery of the skills. You have to master the expertise of this business, okay? I have a scenario, right? Story. You have 2 individuals, right? One individual is a serial killer of a person, never did anything good in their life, right? Horrible individual. Then you have another individual who's a saint of a woman, an angel of a woman, right? There's a pond, some way or another, they fall into the pond, right? Serial killer knows how to swim. He gets out of the pond, right? The other woman, the nun of a lady, doesn't know how to swim. She doesn't get out of the pond. So everybody's thinking like, how can this happen? This is horrible. She was such a good person. But the thing is, she never developed the skill, the survival technique to be able to swim. Guys, it's not just about being a good person. That's important, but we got to develop the skill. The second thing is the only time the word prize comes before the word process is in the dictionary. Okay? Everybody wants the blessing, but nobody wants the burden. Blessings and burdens go hand in hand. Everybody wants the blessing, but nobody wants to burn a little bit, right? Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die, right? Everybody wants the reward, but nobody wants to put in the work. And that, at the end of the day, is all that matters. You have to follow the process, and you got to fall in love with the process. And that's the grit, the tenacity, the commitment. That's all the shit that you don't see. Yeah, you see me getting an award for the team right now, but you didn't see what we did all month. You didn't see the grind. You didn't see the process. You didn't see the no-shows. You didn't see all the BS that goes on in our business. And that's what you need to understand, that you have to accept and love the process first before you're up here accepting a prize. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Come on.
All right, Gio. Awesome. Awesome. Guys, just to close it down, I told you we're just going to play the video here. This is James Harrison taking it into halftime. This is how I want us to bring it into halftime, all right, and be some game changers. Just change the game of the whole entire Super Bowl. And what we do over these next 2 weeks is going to be some game changing plays, right? So let's break the game wide open. Thanks, guys. Let's have a great day.
Well, they can pick down here. from the gun. Steelers show blitz. Here they come. He gets it away, and it's picked off at the goal line. There's a flag thrown on the run back. James Harrison to run it back, and Harrison is past midfield. Harrison going down the sideline. Harrison still on his feet. Harrison is going to go all the way and waiting for the official to get there. Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Flag is down on the run back at the 9-yard line.
Prior to the pass, personal foul, grasping the face mask. Offense number 74. The foul occurred during last time down. The touchdown counts.
Unbelievable. Harrison completely gassed. The call is on Reggie Wells. It's a 100-yard interception return.
Look at him. Do you know that you have to protect against James Harrison because he's such a great pass rusher? On that play, he faked like he was going to rush the passer, and he dropped back into the lane and then made this run. Unbelievable.
It's the longest play in Super Bowl history. It's a 100-yard interception return. The question, too, is he in? Remember, there's no challenge. There's no challenge. It has to come from the booth. Wow. And they will look at it. I guarantee you that. The clock has expired. Here's Fitzgerald. He's coming in. Where does he land? He's landing on Fitzgerald's leg with the ball. Reston comes back in.
Not only a great play by James Harrison, but a great call by Dick LeBeau, because who would think in that situation that instead of rushing your best pass
The previous
rusher,
play
you would drop it
will be
in front.
reviewed.
Wait,